Good. Okay, no sound. Should we do a quick little recap? Sorry, guys, we spent
Yeah.
so much time
Just
on these two cars.
yeah,
that,
just talking about this.
yeah.
Of course, welcome back to the Kia Hyundai channel. My name's Gabby,
And I'm Mike.
and today we have two beautiful vehicles. We have the 2012 Hyundai Veracruz. This is very, very different. And then we have the 2023 Hyundai Palisade Urban Edition.
Yes.
So why do we have two vehicles 10 years apart? Over 10 years.
You know what? I'll tell you the truth. I actually drove this car for a second when it came into Hyundai. It's actually for sale, if you didn't hear that. It's one of our used units, and I was thoroughly impressed. So I knew it compared to the Palisade. So we're looking at over, what, a decade?
Yeah.
We're going to see kind of where they kind of started, right? With adding those little tech features and comfort features. So you'll kind of see the beginnings, and then we'll see, where we're ended up right now. But like you said, not very, but I was impressed. There are some features on here, I won't lie, that I wish came over, to the 23.
Palisade.
Small features,
Yes.
but they're important to me
Yep.
and maybe to you.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
This is our live video, so of course at the beginning we didn't have sound. Thank you for bearing with us. We really appreciate it. But we do these videos every weekday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for 3 reasons. Number one, you may own a Kia or Hyundai vehicle. We do tons of tips, tricks, ownership guides, and of course walkarounds. Number two,
You're probably looking to buy a 2012 used car. No, I'm joking. Number two, if you're in the market for a vehicle, obviously we would love for you to consider a Kia or a Hyundai, and we hope to give you enough information to help you with your decision.
and then number three, if you do decide on a Kia or Hyundai vehicle, we want to sell it to you if you live in Ontario. We still want to sell it to you if you live in the States or anything, but we can't.
Yeah, exactly.
So we are a real dealership. We're actually 3 real dealerships. Brantford Kia, where we film, Brantford Hyundai, and Owen Sound Hyundai. Each of those dealers will treat you like family, and we know our stuff. We know our product, that's for sure.
Yes, definitely.
I think, should we show our viewers how to join our live videos if they're watching in the future?
Yes, we should. I gotta make sure you guys don't see a close-up of my face every time I do this.
Oh yeah, it's so funny. So what you want to do is go to the Kia Hyundai channel on YouTube. It should look a little something like this, and then you want to move over to the live tab. This is going to have all our weekly live videos, and like I mentioned, we go live every weekday, so Monday to Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If it's just before 2, we'll have a video that says upcoming. I don't know why this one doesn't have a thumbnail, but it should now. And then all you have to do is refresh it. Give it a second. Our Wi-Fi is so fast here. And there you go. Now we have a thumbnail. So all you have to do is click on the video as you would a regular YouTube video. You may have to watch an ad. This one, what is this? Sell us your vehicle. Do not sell them your vehicle,
Yes.
but you can sell us your vehicle. But you'll see on the right side over here, we have our live chat box. So you guys can let us know when our sound's not working. You can ask us questions as we're filming if you want to go back, so check out the second row again or something like that. Just let us know, and then at the end of the video, we'll actually come back over here and answer all the questions we may have missed. So
And if you want to see our sell us your car video,
yeah, let us know.
Yeah, you let us know. We've just actually got one together for you guys to understand our easy process.
All right, so let's get into it. One thing that's quite surprising is there's been no powertrain difference, so we still have a 3.8 liter V6 on both of these vehicles. However, you're gonna get more of an efficient ride and a little bit more horsepower and torque with the Palisade. So 3.8 liter V6, I'm gonna give you the actual specs for the Palisade because it's kind of a walk around on the Palisade more so. So this is 291 horsepower, 262 pound-foot of torque. You also have 5,000 pounds of towing capacity, and you have a specialized tow mode. So that's actually brand new for the 2023 model. I'll touch base on that when we get in. Styling-wise, there's a huge difference. 6-speed automatic transmission moves over to an 8-speed automatic transmission. This one also has drive mode selects. I mean, they're both all-wheel drive. Those are some similarities, but let's go over the styling differences. In the front of the Veracruz, you're gonna see your Hyundai logo. That's about the only styling similarity they have. I don't know what this red was called, but it's definitely red.
Yes.
And it is more of a solid paint, so there's no metallic flakes in it. Yeah. Our wheels, we got our regular alloy wheels, nothing too fancy. However, they are still in fabulous condition, I will say. No scuffs or anything on it. Turn signal repeaters. We do have touchless or keyless entry. So as long as the key is somewhere in my pocket or on me in my bag, I can walk up to either the driver or passenger door, press this, and it'll unlock the door for me. This is fantastic. I had it in my past 2 vehicles, and I never touched my key. Let's head to the back.
Yeah, sure. There also is a little light under here, I noticed.
Oh, is there?
That lights
Like
up
a
when
spotlight?
when you come towards the car.
Oh,
so
that's
in the
awesome.
night, yeah.
I wish we could show that during the day, but it's so hard, eh?
I know.
We got our seats back here, a little bit of storage space. So you can tell with the Palisade, we definitely have more room. The vehicle has grown quite a lot, and that way you can have full passengers, so 7 passengers in there, and still have room for some cargo or some storage. Underneath here,
We've got oil, sorry.
oil, and then we have our kit for our spare tire, which is actually located underneath the vehicle, same as the Palisade. These seats, they fold down, so I'll demonstrate that.
Unpowered.
They go down completely flat once the other seat's not reclined
Yes.
all the way. So give me 1 second while
You know
I
what
adjust
happened? It was the headrest. I put up the headrest, there we go. Perfect.
it. Whoa. Okay, there we go.
There we go, it was the headrest.
Perfect. Woo.
So would you say that's a 60-40?
No?
No, like a 55-45 more so.
Yeah, it's more so like that. It's so completely flat, and then once you fold down your second row, it's also still a flat bed. So it's essentially a pickup truck, I like to say, something like that. Lots of storage space. I would say it's quite comfy as well too. So even if I was sitting back there, which I'm gonna
Does this
head
go
back
down?
there.
Does this go down?
The headrest?
Yeah, where is it?
should, yeah.
It should, but I can't figure
You got
it
the
out.
other one down?
Yes.
All right,
yes.
they both go down,
Yes.
guys, trust me. But storage space or seating wise, there's a lot of headroom. It definitely concaves a bit more than, let's say, the Palisade. The Palisade definitely has more of a rectangular body, so you'll kind of maintain, oh my gosh, headroom throughout the vehicle, no matter where you're sitting, but still pretty comfy. We do have a tan leather interior in the Veracruz. So very, very beige and some wood grain trim along as well. The Palisade we brought in for you guys has light gray interior, so that's a little
And
difference.
a car seat I brought in, if anybody's tuning in that remembers that. So I will sit in it and show you guys later.
You're gonna sit in the car seat?
Why not?
Okay.
I did a roll out of a car. I might as well
That
sit in
is
it.
definitely dedication.
Won't be my first time.
I'll have you pan in there
Yes.
just to show the climate controls in the center. So of course you have rear climate, and you also have heated seats in the rear on this vehicle. I'd also like to point out, oh, it's just under, yeah, right over there. And then a 12-volt charge port. Leather storage pockets on the back of the driver and passenger seat. And then for your sound system, you do have premium sound. It's an Infinity sound system. So very, very nice. I'm going to show you one feature that is in the Veracruz that is not in the Palisade that I would absolutely love to see in the future from Hyundai. Actually, 2 of them. So first of all, Veracruz lights up in the door sill.
Yeah.
So that would be really cool to have the Palisade do that. And then number 2, we have a power steering wheel.
Yeah.
So there you go.
All 4 directions.
Mm-hmm.
And that for me was a first thing I noticed.
Yeah, no, I would love to have that. Even a lot of our other cars too, we don't seem to get that anymore. We have it on the Kia Stinger, but that's about it. We
Yeah.
do have a little sunroof as well.
Emphasis on little.
Yeah, all-wheel drive lock, power driver seat, power passenger seats. We have a lot of the same comfort features, I would say, but of course, safety, technology, all of that has drastically improved in 10 years. We don't have a 360 camera here. There's no backup camera,
No.
mind you. But I mean, it's comfy. I will say the leather, it is so, so supple. It actually says Veracruz
Yes.
just on the backrest over there. It might be a little hard to pick up on camera, but it's stunning. It's quite
One more thing I
nice.
do want to show is this is something that personally I loved, right? And I didn't see it on the Palisade. It's where you put your sunglasses in, right? So that's one thing, very small detail, but something that I noticed because I love it.
Do you remember the mileage on this one?
Yes, this is about 184,000 on this one.
184,000.
Yeah.
And do you have the price?
13.5.
13.5. Okay, because I know someone asked about pricing. I think we should get into the Palisade.
Yes.
You got 20-inch machine finished alloy wheels on the urban trim level, which is what this one is. They're pretty much completely blacked out. We have a lot more black accents along the body. And then also exclusive to the urban, you have these kind of rugged looking scuffs at the bottom of the vehicle. Looks very nice, just gives it a more aggressive look and feel. Not feel, maybe, a look. We do have that same touch, so keyless entry button that we had on the Veracruz. So some things just never change. They realized it was so good, we couldn't get rid of it. And before I open the door, I actually want to show you guys our new turn signal repeater on the mirror. I love this design. I think it looks phenomenal. It looks even cooler when you're in front of a Palisade and you get to see it in action. It's very pretty. I'll have Mike show you guys the driver's seat controls. So we have power seat. So if you're a taller driver, you're gonna love having a knee extension. Lumbar support is also here. And then we have the beautiful Palisade design on our door sill as well. Not illuminated Veracruz, but it's still very, very nice. See, that design would look amazing lit up, don't you think?
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
I'm gonna quickly hop in and show you guys some of the buttons that are on the side and also our sound system. So we still have a premium sound, however, we don't really do Infinity. Garmin Cardin in the Palisade here. I did mention memory seats earlier, but there's your control for it. So all you have to do is set your seat to whoever you'd like it to be saved. So if I want to bring it up a bit, and then press either 1 or 2 and then set.
Yes.
We also have all our window controls. So something I really love is express up and down windows. We have them for driver and passenger. Over here we have our usual brightness selector. Let me just turn the lights on. I'm sorry for the beeping, guys. So our brightness adjustment, if you want to change the brightness of the display or gauge cluster on the go. And then tow mode. So this vehicle tows 5,000 pounds. What tow mode does is it's going to prepare your vehicle's engine, transmission, all-wheel drive system to actually tow a vehicle, because if you're towing something, you want your vehicle to give its best foot forward, essentially. You want it to be prepared and you don't want to damage anything on your vehicle. That's why they made this. It also lets you set, let's get it on the screen over here. So under vehicle, and drive mode, tow mode, you can set the weight of whatever it is you're towing. So if you're going to be using that full 5,000 pounds, you definitely want to have heavy weight. If you're kind of in the middle of the towing capacity, then you can do medium. And then if you're just towing something very, very light, of course, you can use the lightweight option. So really nice how they added this for the 23 Palisade. I'll touch base on our steering wheel before Mike heads over. So it is a leather wrapped and heated wheel. I love a heated steering wheel. It's something we did not have in the Veracruz, and if there's one thing you should get in a vehicle, it's a heated steering wheel. And then we also have paddle shifters, so that's tied to your 8-speed automatic transmission. There's a couple more refined finishes on this vehicle. One thing I really like that Hyundai does is it's almost like a black crystal design for the ends of your light controls. And then of course they're full LED headlights and tail lights. I'll have Mike quickly show that because I realized we didn't show that earlier. So check that out. Want to see high beams? Woo!
So definitely the front end's a redesign from the
Yeah.
2022. I'm
Yep.
sure you guys have seen that and known that. I personally like it. And it kind of follows suit with just the look of, the
Yeah.
Tucson, the Santa Cruz.
We have done a full in-depth walk around of this exact vehicle, so we won't go too in-depth.
Yep.
It's more so a comparison between what's changed, really, which is a lot. I'm gonna hop out of the seat real quick just to show you guys the leather pattern.
So it definitely tows more.
Oh,
yeah, for sure.
It's got
because
more power for sure.
we had
Another
a-
thing it has, so with more power, you would think probably guzzles gas a little bit more, right? No, it's more fuel efficient than the Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz, oh my gosh, Veracruz.
Veracruz.
Too many cruises. We could take a look at the MSRP. So it is $53,949 for the Urban. One thing I'll also point out with this trim level vehicle, the Urban can come with either 8 seats or 7 seats. 7 seats is a little bit pricier because it's more of a premium option, they say. However, they'll be equipped the same whether you get the 8 seats or the 7 seats. So you get all the same features, same technology. Now, Mike, you want to join me on the passenger
Sure.
side? Okay.
And the Veracruz tows about 1,500 less than this as maximum tow, so 3,500 or something like that.
It also does not have a tow mode.
No?
Not in that.
No.
It doesn't
Well,
have
yeah,
a-
tow
oh,
mode.
yeah,
Sorry,
no
sorry,
tow
sorry.
mode. Like
Yes.
no,
No tow mode. You just plug it in and that's it.
yeah. So another thing that Kia and Hyundai have added in more recent years is a little bit more of a driver-focused feel. So they offer, do I still have everything on? Turn on one more time. I don't want to turn on the engine though. There we go. So we have our drive mode select here. You get 4 different drive modes in the Palisade. So comfort, eco, sport, and smart. And check out how it actually changes our gauges. So we'll look up there, put in sport, and now we have kind of a carbon fiber with red look. Turning it the wrong way. Eco's a little bit more green, and then comfort mode is a little bluish white design. This not only changes the look of the cluster, but it actually changes the ride and feel of the vehicle. So sport, my favorite mode to drive it, it's gonna make your throttle a little bit more touchy, sensitive, peppy. It's gonna put your shift points to a higher RPM, so you're gonna go through a gear a little bit longer rather than shift quickly. It will use a bit more fuel, that's for sure, but you'll have more fun doing it. We also have eco mode, which kind of does the opposite. It'll dull the throttle, make the steering a little bit more comfy, more soft. It's also going to make you shift a little bit more quickly to be more efficient. And comfort mode is kind of just going to be a regular drive. Smart mode will adapt to whatever you're doing. So if you're kind of doing a blended drive, you're really flooring it to get onto the highway, but then you're taking it easy in the city, it's just going to put you in those different drive modes automatically by itself. If I press this button down, we have terrain modes, so snow, mud, and sand. This is going to change your all-wheel drive torque distribution to give you optimal performance in those conditions. Now, one thing I always like to point out is this vehicle is already an all-wheel drive vehicle full-time. So actually I shouldn't say full-time. It is a smart time all-wheel drive vehicle. So if it senses I'm driving around on the city road today, it's nice and clean, there's no snow, no nothing, but then I turn on to a country road and it's all gravel, all dirt, it's going to adjust as needed to give me traction in those conditions. Another thing we have added that we didn't have in the Veracruz is ventilated seats. So we did have heated seats and we had them in the rear as well, but now we got ventilation. So if you live in Canada, you know we get super cold winters and very hot summers. It's nice to have the comfort of both. Another similarity is the sunroof though. So check that out. We do have the option in the Palisade to get the dual sunroof, so the one in the back as well, with the Ultimate Calligraphy Edition. What else? We got our climate control, that's the same, but now we have more of a techie design, that's for sure. We also have these super cool cup holders that you can push and they pop out. Let me turn the vent off. Completely redesigned storage center, so it definitely looks more modern, more luxurious, that's for sure. You do have the option of black leather as well if gray interior is not your thing. However, we don't have a beautiful tan like that anymore other than in the Ultimate Calligraphy. So there you have a couple more interior color options. This screen is definitely new and exciting. So we have a huge screen with built-in navigation. You also have passenger talk, which actually amplifies your voice. It's kind of an intercom in your car. So it'll amplify either the driver or passenger voice and blast it to the speakers, not blast, but project it to the speakers to the back. So even if you have passengers sitting in the very, very rear seats, they're able to hear you nice and clearly. Quiet mode kind of does the opposite, so it'll mute the speakers in the back. So whatever audio you're playing up here, whether it be music or a podcast, it'll be shut off and they have more peace or quiet if they're sleeping or just want to take it easy. We still have rear climate control, but now we can access it through the screen or they can access it through their panel, which is located in the back. Mike, anything you want to point out over here?
Yeah, I guess I put my sunglasses here. It's just a personal preference, right, for me. But obviously, I'm a father, right? So just some things reiterated. I love how I can just, tell them what to do or what not to do in the back. I love how I can do it while seeing them, and that's kind of, you get that standard. But my opinion to ask you is, what do you like better, the 7 or the 8-seater? Are you a Quad Captain fan or not?
Well, I don't have a big family, so I don't need extra seats, and I think the look of the bucket seats is, personally, to me, I like it more. However, we have some customers that don't want a van, but they need the seats, and they need to get the bench seat, right? I do think these are a bit more comfy just because you have the armrest and you have the option to recline them separately, and that way, if you do have a passenger sitting beside you, you're not right beside each other. So if it's someone you don't like very much, you have some distance. But it really comes down to what your needs are. I don't need that many seats.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I need more. I need the 8-seater if I were to think practically, but I love the 7. I mean, when you get the calligraphy and you have the full, the second roof, it's just such a great experience sitting in the back, reclining in your chair, putting on the ventilated seats and staring at the stars while someone drives home.
Yeah,
right?
it
It's
definitely
really
looks
nice.
a lot more premium, I will say, just the look alone. Let's head to the back and talk about some of the technology that's back there.
I do love how, I think if you guys saw a bunch of our videos, we've mentioned the angled bottle holders. I like how they're not angled in the front here, right? So obviously that's a safety feature, so you don't put a cup of coffee in there and it sprays all over the place.
Our
but
lights turned off, so I don't know if you want to do a quick walk around in the back.
Okay.
While I get them back on. They're motion sensor lights, so after a while, there we go. And
Yeah, so you can see a couple differences in the back here, guys. I mean, we've got more room right here for storage, even with the seat up. And I think we spoke about this, but all powered in the back. And that's kind of, hit or miss. Some people love the powered in the back. Some people love to do it manually. It's kind of, I prefer the powered. But like we were talking about later, I would like to see both options, right? Like if you could have it powered, put the roads down in the back powered, and then obviously you can override and do it manual too.
So I think, especially because, I don't know, if you're really impatient, it doesn't take that long, but it definitely takes longer than if you were to just yank it yourself. So
It'd be nice if it was on the key. So when you're walking to your car with a bunch of groceries, you hit it
Yeah.
on the key, they go
Yeah.
down. Yeah, that'd be cool.
But
Yeah.
okay, now we can put everything in.
Yeah.
See, I'm very impatient, so that would drive me nuts. However, it is a really nice, luxurious feature. Thinking about it. So maybe I would turn around and change my mind. I will also point out that our premium sound system extends all the way to the back here,
Yeah.
so you still see our Harman Kardon sound here. We do have a power folding option for not only the third row, but the second row too. So if you guys are coming back from a huge shopping trip, nobody's sitting in the back, you can knock everything down, and just like the oh my gosh, Vera Cruz over there. It's essentially a truck if you really need it. I will say you definitely have the advantage of more height in the Palisade, just because it is, like I mentioned earlier, it's more boxy, it's more rectangular, it's more spacious, that's for sure. Both of these vehicles have a power tailgate, so we'll watch her come down. And then I don't know if I mentioned earlier, but this vehicle has a full 360 camera. If you're comparing Palisade trims, this one is going to be your entry to the full 360 camera and then your full monitors. So as soon as you put your vehicle into reverse, it's going to show you your 360 camera. But also, if I were to pull up close to something like, let's say, another car or the wall, it'll show me my front camera. Same thing with the back. I throw it into reverse, I get a view of my beautiful backup camera, but we also have sensors that will actually pick up just how close you are to said object. I like the look of this one, obviously a lot more. Hyundai and Kia really stepped up their game. That's why we're doing these videos, because we just so happen to get these trades in and say, wow, we're doing a really good job now. So it's a big difference. I don't know if you talked about the controls in the back, so I'll hop in and talk about that. We have heated seats and climate control here. I'm gonna go on the right side. If you wanna hop in the left seat, I don't know.
So I want to say thank you for letting us know that. It's dark when we look in the back there, so next time, I mean, it's tough with the angle of the lights, but
it dark?
maybe I'll bring a light, right? And we can use a light. So
We're getting a
thanks for
whole
that.
new setup.
Thanks for that.
So heated seats, 3 different levels for both sides. The vehicle's off right now, so I can't physically turn it on, but we also have climate control. So not only can we set the direction of the fans, we can also set this temperature and the speed. Now, if you are a parent and you have kids that will probably turn the heat on in the summer, you can lock them out of this and set it to whatever you want up there, or you can unlock it and let them do whatever they'd like. We also have a 12 volt at the bottom. And then not USBs, but USB-Cs built onto the backs of the seats. So great places to charge your devices. I will say USB-Cs definitely charge much faster. You may not be equipped with the USB-C yet, but definitely purchase them if you are getting this vehicle, because your phones will charge so fast. I mentioned earlier when I was talking, we have the armrests here. We also have these beautiful and super, super comfy leather seats. They are on rails, so it's super easy to adjust them as needed, which makes getting into the very rear seats very, very easy. I'll actually show you guys how you can quickly fold the seat over to let your rear passengers in. So you have a button at the very top of the shoulder, so left on the left seat and then right on the right seat. All you gotta do is give it a push. It'll fold and slide by itself. You have 2 little steps to not dirty the carpets of your car, and you can climb in. I'm gonna go the other way though. And I got room. It would help if my headrest was up and not in my neck, but yeah, so headroom wise, there's a lot of room. We'll bring the seat back here. So this isn't all the way back, but it is pretty
You want me
good.
to put it back a bit more?
Yeah, you can.
The beauty of shooting this car is I can just be walking. I'm actually walking inside, standing up as I do this.
And it's not uncomfortable. You have this tiny seat in the center, so it's small, but it's a seat legally. We have a good amount of leg room, or I have a good amount of leg room. I could also sit in the middle if I didn't want to be directly behind somebody, and then it feels a little bit more open. I'll grab the camera from Mike to show you guys what tech I have back here.
I think the middle is the best because look, you can put your legs out.
Oh yeah, I
kinda
could totally
cross your
recline.
legs and chill.
We can adjust the backrest just like this. So here, let me move my seat to show you guys. But if I press forward, for example, this seat is going to come closer, so you can choose your angle of reclined seat. And then we also have USB-Cs, 2 cup holders, clips for your seatbelt. So this is great if you're using your Palisade for cargo. You can tuck everything away, that way it doesn't get caught on whatever you're putting in the back. And then the same thing is repeated on the right side. So 2 cup holders, a USB-C, and then your seat adjustments. So very, very nice, very easy. And then for me to get out of here, it's super easy. I'm just gonna press that button again. Slides, and then I can hop out. It's harder in heels, that's for sure, but
Hey, you made
I
it
mean,
look easy.
I'm out.
Yeah, you
That's
made it
for
look
sure.
easy.
Now Mike has to get out.
Yeah, yeah, it's, I'll get out.
Well, you have a door.
There we go. Of course, a couple things are, we've still got the built-in sun visor here, and I just noticed this, Gabby, this little side pocket on the side of the seat. I'm never behind in the back of these,
Oh, the
but
neck
yeah,
pockets?
that's
Yeah.
really cool. Just stick your phone in there while it's charging or whatever it is.
I will say for the comfort and how big these seats are, they're super easy to move. And Hyundai makes it very simple by adding these buttons that pretty much do all the work for you. So you barely have to lift a finger. Or you only have to lift one finger,
One finger.
not a whole hand. Yeah, styling-wise is one of the biggest things. I mean, I can't believe, looking back at some of our vehicles, I'm like, wow.
I know. Yeah, it's. I mean, you guys think back. Let's go back a decade, right? Like, this is where they're figuring it out,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
At the end of the day. So we did, as you noticed, we do see some things carry over, but then you really see the progression. And 10 years is a lot, or not a lot of time, but in technology-wise, it is a lot of time. So, yeah, obviously a big difference, and definitely impressed with it. But I'm sure the Veracruz back in those days would have given someone the same feel as someone getting into a Palisade nowadays, because it's. Comparing it is tough because that tech wasn't even
Oh, yeah, yeah.
mass produced or
I
developed.
have to
right?
say, for the time that this was
Yeah.
out there, it was very, very nice, very competitive.
Especially for a Hyundai in 2012, where it was, Hyundai was seen as like the more affordable car, the cheaper car, right?
Yeah.
And that's where it was, and obviously it's going in a different direction. If you watched our other videos, you know when they did the launch, obviously at the auto show they spoke about that, but. I'm impressed. 2012, great attempt. There's some power features. This is a couple features I wish I still see in this one, right? Yeah, at the end of the day.
I got a comment, sorry, I really want to answer this.
Yes.
Someone said, nice color matching, Gabby. And believe it or not, it actually wasn't planned today. I had no idea what color the Veracruz was until we picked it up. The Palisade I knew was going to be black, but I almost always wear black pants. So this was
I want to,
so surprised.
and I want to shout out. I mean, I feel like this is just not your channel, or we're just like everyone here is helping, which is good.
Oh, yeah.
It was at Japan Quake said it's Superior Pearl Red is the color.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Superior Pearl Red. So that's the official color name. And we literally had to Google. We just don't have a brochure for a 2012 Veracruz. So
I
thank
definitely
you for that.
I didn't work here at this time.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see, Gabby, when will the 2024 Seltos be arriving at dealers? So from what we understand, they're going to go into production very, very soon if they aren't already. So we expect middle to late spring for them to start arriving. Oh, Japan Quake says I didn't say that. Maybe someone else said it?
Oh, sorry. Just take the credit. Take the
Yeah,
credit.
take the credit.
Someone asked for a Telluride Palisade comparison. So, do you guys have a top of the line, big shiny one?
We have a mid-range Telluride right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll wait till, because we, believe it or not, I mean, with the Palisade, this urban, but everything else we have are ultimate calligraphies, right? I think the Palisade is so popular, at least at our dealership, in ultimate calligraphy. So as soon as you guys get one of the caliber, we'll do an honest job, right? Like the best of the best. But you guys will see a lot of similarities in them. I think it comes to personal preference sometimes, when
Yeah.
you get to that level.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we got there?
Let's see. Can you shut the trunk on the Veracruz? I can't remember the tone. Yeah, for sure. All right. Do you want to press the tailgate button?
Yes. I like pulling it down. I'm a very, very impatient person sometimes. Hold on, I promised these guys I'd show them the car seat.
Oh, yeah. We'll
Yeah.
bring it over to the Palisade.
Oh, should I? Yeah. Okay, so let's take it out of the Veracruz, because chances are the majority of you guys will not be putting it into a Veracruz.
Hey, you never know.
Yeah, And I'm just gonna put it in here. Regular, you always have to put your seat upright. I know this isn't a baby one, so I'm gonna bring a couple versions, but I am gonna kind of show you, a lot of the thing, and I know as a parent is just, I mean, that's crazy room, right? So even if your kid is kicking the back of the seat, which is easy to wipe off because it's plastic, let's just pretend my knees are about the size of a child's full feet. You're good.
All right, see ya.
Hold on, you gotta strap me in here. No, but holy, look at the headroom still.
Yeah,
and I'm
no,
in
there's a
car
lot of
seat.
space. So even if you have a extra large baby, they should be okay.
Or a big baby of a husband, right? But
Yes.
that's just to show you guys, I just wanted to show you guys that I know the concern is kicking, with kids with their feet in the back. So in the Palisade, I mean, doing it in smaller cars is going to make more sense, but you have no worry in there. There's so much room in the back.
I'll
Okay.
also point out to you guys, sorry, I just wanted to show,
Yeah.
on the Urban, you're gonna have a lot of blacked out features. I think I touched on that earlier. So your grille and your Hyundai logo are completely, it's a dark chrome. I wouldn't say it's a black. But then under the Kia or Hyundai logo, oh my goodness, we have our camera, our front camera, and that's what's gonna pick up and show you live feed as soon as you approach an object. So if I were to pull up close to the Seltos over here, within a certain proximity, it will just appear on the camera screen, and you can see just how much room you have if you are parking into a tight spot, which of course with a bigger vehicle is very, very handy. With any vehicle, it's handy.
Yeah. I thought that was, when we were pulling the cars in, I noticed that, and I thought it was really cool. Like how it was just showing instantly, it just shows how close you are. Sure.
Is it possible to change the speed of the power tailgate on the Palisade? I don't have patience for that either. Oh, I can't read what happened. From experience, you can't lock the doors until the tailgate closes completely. Yes, that's correct. And you actually can adjust the speed on the Palisade, not the
No,
Barrier
this
Cruise,
one
that's
is,
for sure. This one was, no.
Yeah, this one when dial-up came out, so you're
Yeah.
going to expect the same speed there.
Big question, where is the rear entertainment system at? So neither of these vehicles come with rear entertainment systems. What we always suggest, and I think is personally better value, Kia Canada, if you're watching this, or Hyundai Canada too, if you just get an iPad and some sort of hook system and put it there, because that way, once you leave your vehicle, you can take that with you. It's not going to be a theft,
Yeah.
I guess, trigger. And yeah, you can take it wherever you want with you. You can plug it in at the same time because we have the plugins or the outlets built into the seats. I think it's much better.
Yeah, definitely. I actually, personally, I have the one that is in between two headrests.
Yep.
So you have that one iPad. I should get two because it causes arguments. But, in the middle, it's great. You can just plug it in left and right. So, yeah.
I saw Hank ask earlier if we still have a very special live tomorrow, and we do. Once again, it's not a Hyundai and it's not a Kia, so. But you guys already guessed what it is.
And don't ask any more questions
Yeah.
because you'll find out from Gabby just by her expressions, maybe, and mine. I think I gave it away yesterday, actually, more so. But we're excited about it.
Let's see. Why is it that you have to keep holding the button on the key fob or beside the wheel to close the tailgate? Can it be changed? You only have to press it once. Now, you can't like press it super, super quick and let go because I think if you
like
hold it for a solid second, it'll be
Yeah,
fine.
it's kind of like that, right?
Yeah. Is it an EV? It is an EV. Christian said, is it an Audi R8? It is not an Audi R8.
No, we're falling into the trap now, right? And they're gonna
Okay,
answer
guys, don't
questions.
ask me questions. I'm going to give it away. Just going to scroll up a little bit. Will you do an Ioniq 6 video? Absolutely we will, but we have to get the Ioniq 6s first.
Coming soon, and
Yes.
officially coming soon. We already got word, obviously, from our Hyundai Regional that we're getting an allocation of a couple. So you better believe the first place that this is going is here.
Christian M said laptop is back. Yes, guys, it is back. However, I don't think you guys can hear it on camera, but it is huffing, it is puffing, and the screen is still a little bit messed up, so there's still damage, but I am not fixing it. It is too old.
Did you put it in a bucket of rice?
No.
Oh, okay.
I actually didn't do anything. I just
Just put in a
kinda
bucket
waited
of
it out.
rice. That's my thing with everything I drop in water.
do y'all carry Genesis? I know it's a Kia Hyundai brand. It's so funny you say Genesis. You should definitely watch
Oh.
tomorrow's live.
You see, you just die and I give it away. Okay, so we're not shooting a Genesis, but so we don't get allocation of Genesis, obviously, because it's branched off, right? So it is made by Hyundai, but it is obviously our luxury
We
brand.
don't own a Hyundai or a Genesis franchise.
No, but that being said, we do come across. We'll scoop up anyone we see. I was going to say this one tomorrow's a 2023. I might as well just say it, right? So it's brand new, right? So and we do get them in, but it's for sale. But we don't have them regularly. You can't order them. You can't allocate them. Nothing like that.
Hank asked, is there any special chrome rims that I can buy for my EV6? I know there's quite a few different options. I don't know specifically about chrome, but call our parts department or Connor or something, or even I can look it up for you and see what well, of course we don't have stock full of rims, but we do deal with fast wheels and they have a whole EV section. I think that'll probably be it for today's video. It's definitely a longer one. Once this video is posted, I am going to link our full walk around for the Palisade here because we've done a full in-depth going over everything. And then I'll also link our contacts. So if you do want to get in touch either for either of these vehicles or a Kia, we can help you guys out.
Definitely. I did notice we never shot a Calligraphy Ultimate Palisade, so I think that's.
I don't think we've had one yet.
Yeah,
23.
I think that's gonna be one of our in the next month. I'll bring one by, and then that way you can kind of see the full blast because I saw one the other day and I was blown away.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
Blown away.
They're very, very nice. So we definitely want to give you guys all the content we can. Cars are a little tricky right now, but it's getting better. It's definitely getting better. I'll be in Brantford in about 15 hours. Traffic sucks. Oh my gosh.
15 hours.
Please come by tomorrow. We'll be live at 2 p.m., but we'll be here all day.
Yeah.
I'll be here all day. You'll be here at 2, though.
Yeah.
Come by. We would love to meet you. I think that's about it, though, guys. So have a good rest of your day. We'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow. It's a very special day.
Yes.